This is my BMW E36, which I bought nearly 2 years ago and attempted to save after it was butchered by a drifter. However, over the past 2 years, I have been secretly fighting with this car, and to this day, it's still not road legal. So I bought a nearly identical one to replace it. Okay, so I have always been obsessed with the BMW E36, you can vouch for that,
Yep.
and mainly a white BMW 36. In saloon format, it cannot be a two-door, cannot be a convertible, cannot be a wagon, it has to be a four-door. It has to look like the touring cars of the 90s, then I'm happy. I looked through my DMs with Jack Joy the other day and I found upwards of 40 links to white E36s, including this very car, which I found years before I bought it. Unfortunately, it was much nicer then. We'll get onto that. One day, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I found the perfect E36. It was a white saloon, had a black interior, had no sunroof, had some kind of dodgy mods, but it was perfect, down to the very last detail. And I tried to buy it, I called the seller and he said, sorry, someone's coming today. It was up in Liverpool. I said, can I please just come today? And he went, no. And then I got a call that evening and he said, sorry, it's sold. So then 2 years later, I kept searching and this came up for sale. We did a video on it. I'd love to show you footage of that video, but I believe if I use any, I think we'll be copyright striked.
Oh, you're going straight to prison.
Not the best relationship with the man who owns that footage, so potentially not. I bought this. This car was a lovely original E36. I had seen it for sale 2 years earlier, completely stock, and didn't buy it.
This exact car?
This exact car, J11 MLJ. It's not called Gin. Cars don't have names. I didn't buy it because I'm an idiot. And then 2 years later, a drifter had got his hands on it and ruined it. And when I say ruined it, and the engine bay holes have been drilled, you know, what's called the suspension tower, the wiring has been chopped up, he ruined everything. And for some reason, I looked at it and thought, I can save him. Top tip, 2 years later, can't save him. Those videos were done for the previous channel and I had to have them done in basically a week. The videos were just made as a, can you make something this week, please? We have a sponsor that needs to go. I never got any of that money, oh well. I got this fixed, I brought it back home. It failed an MOT. The MOT tester said, I have never seen a car fail emissions in this way before. It has cats. I put original factory 328i cats on it and somehow, yes, yet still failed. Yeah. So this thing's ruined. But what it is a white E36. It's a 1991, which is incredibly, incredibly rare for an E36, super early. The color, Alpine White 2. This is actually the car that people will want to build into a motorsport car because it's early ones. There's a lot of E36 nerd facts coming up in a bit. You'll see. It doesn't look great right now.
It's not, the paintwork is, let's call it not original.
No, it's tough. I know it looks like it's abandoned, but I promise you, I've actually been chipping away at this over months. TDC started and I think you'll vouch for this. The last thing you want to do, and mechanics will vouch for this, the last thing you want to do after you've been working on a shit car all day is go home and work on a shit car.
Oh yeah, in your spare time.
It's the worst thing on earth. Yeah. I persevered with this car and went home and every day tried to work on it and tried to fix it, and it just keeps fighting me because whatever this guy did, I don't know if he chopped into the wiring loom, it just runs like shit. It will not run right. But let's have a look around it. Let's look at the upsides.
Now, before we carry on with Edwin's E36 obsession, this is a quick reminder that if you are buying a used car, you should always run a car vertical check.
That's right, because every single day, hundreds of cars get crashed, but some of them get repaired and put back on the road in an attempt to hide their shady past. With the car vertical report, you can find out that dodgy history.
Now, all you need to do a check is a registration number or your VIN, and then a car vertical report will tell you if that car has been crashed, stolen, or clocked.
So take, for instance, my original E36. You run it through car vertical report, and thankfully for me, there is no damage. But financial and legal status, there is a question mark, because when we click on it, it says this vehicle has failed its most recent technical inspection. Thanks, car vertical. Didn't need you to come at me like that, but fair enough.
Now, this Volkswagen Touareg is even more unfortunate because we've got yellow markers for financial and legal status and also damage. And if we scroll down, car vertical also gives you photos of that damage. Doesn't look too bad here. All looks good. Sort of looks good. A little bit of damage down here. No, this car has been in a nasty front end smash, and we keep going through. Scuff on the door, not the end of the world, but airbags have all gone off inside. Steering wheel, dashboard airbags, all gone off. Now, someone may try and repair this car, put it back on the road, but not tell you about its dodgy past. But with a car vertical report, you can find all of this out.
So make sure that the next time that you're buying a car, van, motorbike, or your second white E36, that you run a car vertical check to make sure the price you pay for it matches its history.
And as an added bonus, Car Vertical are offering you guys 20% off when you use our code 2DC. Now back to the E36s.
The wheels.
The wheels are
standing out right now.
I
mean, other than that, it would look like a scrappy 36 right now.
Oh yeah, so
but it does look quite good on these wheels.
I did do a couple of nice things to this car in that video. I did the wheels, Compomotor wheels, which are my ultimate wheels. The BC coilovers. I paid for BC coilovers, thank you. This is before any sponsorship, anything. I paid for my BCs. Thank you very much. It's got a nice MTEC 2 steering wheel. We'll pop the
Has it got someone else's face?
It's got someone else's face. It's got the E36 Compact from Carthrall. Before it left, this had a pre-facelift grille. Lots of people like to fight in the comments, I like pre-facelift. I like facelifts. He has the facelift grille and also the lights. These lights and this face will probably be coming over to the new car. Originally, this was a 316 auto. It's not a 316 anymore. This is a 323 engine, the 2.5 litre. Lots of people will swap in the 6-cylinder engine if they want to do drifting, they don't want to do skids. So someone dropped that in. Why?
There are. It looks like a sign that's been shot in the US.
It does. It does.
It looks like either something's tried to escape. Did you say maybe something's to do with an alarm?
I think that there might have been an alarm back in the day that someone...
Aftermarket one.
Yeah, that someone had put in. I put a very nice radiator.
Oh, you'll say that. That's a really nice
radiator. Because it overheated the moment I did get it running the first time, which is great. I checked the spark plugs, changed the spark plugs, checked the coil packs, checked the fuel filter, the fuel pump, and yet it still runs like a bag of shit. It's just horrible. But otherwise, great car.
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
We've got a nice Spider here just chilling. This is all, he broke all of the clips on basically holding all of this on, so it's all just loose.
My memory of this car is that, yeah, everything attached to the car isn't actually attached to the car.
And this is after I've gone through it.
Yeah.
But when I say I've gone through it, I've tightened every clamp that was loose. I've done everything that I could have done.
You've gone through it.
I've been going through it.
You've been going through it.
Yeah, it's not great in the engine bay. But that's okay, because, as you might have seen in the Top Dead Centre video, we have a 2.8 engine with a race head that is going to go in, well, not this one, sorry old guy, but not in you, in an E36. But inside is something kind of cool.
Is it the lack of door cards?
It is the lack of door cards, that's the thing. E36s don't really come with white interiors. You can get like a whitey grey, but this is full white. This is a proper white interior. I checked the spec on this car, it comes back as a grey cloth car.
Oh, so someone's put these in?
So someone's put these in, but I don't know what from, because they don't look to be dyed. I've checked under the seat, I've checked on the edges, I've tried some acetone to wipe it off underneath. It doesn't come off.
A retrim?
It must have been a retrim. So these seats, I like it. The white over the white, I think is cool. It looks dumb, but cool. Another nice thing, an M-Tech steering wheel. I bought this, again, back at Carthrall. We were up doing the NC500 trip. Looked on Facebook Marketplace, as any good car person does. You got to check local Facebook Marketplace. I reconditioned the steering wheel, gave it a sand down, re-dyed it, so it looks nice. So that will move across as well.
What about this wheel?
That wheel, so this is cool. So that I found on eBay. That is a white leather original Momo steering wheel, and it came in this white leather from factory. There's not much of it left.
I was going to say, it's quite, it's brown.
Yeah.
Brown and a little bit of grey in there. A bit of blue as well.
That is the overall purpose of why I bought this car and subsequent car. I want a BTCC inspired touring car, road track car. So it needs to be working on the road, which is why the issues are kind of bad with this. Because if this was a full track car, I'd just get rid of it all. I'd strip it all out. It would have no interior. It would have nothing left in the engine bay, no indicators, no nothing, all of the issues. We'll get onto the electrical issues in a moment. So that will be fine, but I don't want that. I want to be able to drive it to the track. So that's an issue.
This isn't, no one racing in touring cars
had a sunroof.
You didn't see a racing driver go, oh, hang on.
Yeah, Sofa just went, oh, lovely bit of air. But a non-sunroof on an E36 is nearly impossible to find. They are very, very rare. Inside, it's a bit like a comedy clown car. Everything you touch will just kind of fall apart, and all of the trim bits are nothing's really held on.
This is a Phillips head screw there, just holding part of the dashboard in.
And I didn't do any of this. This is me after trying to make it nice. Anything that's loose here, it's because the clips are broken. It's not because it hasn't been bolted in, they're broken. And you could fix that for sure. You could go through the parts catalogue and order everything. And then you can see down here is where some, and when I say some, I really need to emphasise some of the alarm wiring goes. There are 2 different alarm systems on this car. Luckily, one of them, he doesn't act there anymore, but there's a chance he wakes up at some point and goes, no more.
No more starting for you.
What it does have for now, and we showed this before, but let me get it out.
So the headliner.
The headliner's
just spotted the headliner.
Now the headliner is every 36 does. Yeah. I think I call it a chipboard headliner. I get out my little mobile phone. I got to place the battery in, which falls out every 4 seconds. He might do a song.
Didn't the FTO have something like this?
Yeah. That's it. Oh, sorry, that's it. There you go. Oh, the batteries also, it also has that. I've put 3 different batteries on this car. It's killed every single one of them.
Okay. Something's sucking the life out of the battery.
And as you can see, it's not the radio, because it doesn't have one. It doesn't have anything. And yet something is going, just eating all of the voltage.
There's no stuff connected to anything.
No, the wing mirrors are not there right now because I had some M3 mirrors on it. So this is an SE E36, it's got the small bumpers. You will know the M3 E36 has the big chunky bumpers. Everyone likes those. I have got a set of those, but the way that you can tell the difference usually between a Sport, which has those bumpers, and an M3, which has the same ones, is an M3 has nice mirrors. They're like curvy mirrors that everyone put on the cars in the 90s. Those are specific for saloon and touring, and then coupe and convertible share mirrors. So I bought a set of those. Those are at the paint shop currently, as is lots of other stuff. Inside, not so great, but I don't know if I take the white seats with me. I kind of like them.
It's not a very touring car, are they?
No.
Big, comfy white leather seats.
No, it would get some bucket seats.
Okay.
But also retrimmed in white. I don't know. I can't work it out. It's kind of different. It's kind of cool. I like the idea of it. It's a lot of white.
So that's a lot of risk.
It's a lot of risk. So you get.
It's a lot of risk.
If you come into that corner too hot and you shit your pants, ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
You're one flake away from a retrim.
In the back, there is. I'll be honest, lots of storage for other stuff. There's some bits from my 8 Series and things in here, so I've been quite bad about that. There should be, though, some of my, here we go, some of my CD collection. If you own an old car and you're not buying period correct media, come on, what are you doing? Should we rate the collection?
Also, you have no CD player in this car. So
no, these were from the white these were from the silver E36.
So,
I do have another E36.
Yeah, this was brave thinking for this car.
Californication, deal?
Yeah.
Big L. Best rapper ever. Nas, greatest hits. Actually unopened. Encore.
Nice.
Very nice. Kanye West. A little bit.
No.
Bit of a tough subject now, but
He'd like this car.
J Huss, Big Conspiracy. Very good.
Nice.
It's got play on it. 8 Mile. What's it called?
It's got the
the
end bits on it.
8 Mile motion picture.
It doesn't have hasn't got the battles in it. Oh well.
I think it does. It does have the battles in it. Nellyville. Surely. Come on. Come on now. Another Big L. Lifestyles of Poor and Dangerous. Another Nas. Ooh. Might have to get rid of that one. Marshall Mathers LP, and then the end of Nellyville. I think that's all right. Overall, that's pretty good.
It's a good collection.
Couple of things. Firstly, Will, see what that is?
Is that a blind?
That is a sun blind, a incredibly rare thing on an E36 to find.
Wow.
Nearly impossible to find on a saloon. Part of me wants to steal it for the other one, but I don't know. It's just cool. It's just rare. You don't see them. Basically, the only rust on the car, there was a tow bar fitted to this 316 Auto.
Interesting.
What were you towing? A shoe? You're not towing anything. So there is rust here, and then there is a tiny bit of rust there. Other than that, this is the cleanest. Anyone that knows E36s who has looked under this car has gone, how's this possible? Somehow the shell is immaculate. Door cards.
That's exactly where you would expect to find a door card.
Exactly. They are. Yeah. They're in the boot. This is for storage of things. Things that, as we progressed along, we're going to be fixed. Also, I like this kind of dodgy looking, liquids in there.
Door card with things in it.
Also, they had glued in, you can see there, someone has just attempted to hot glue in the speaker.
You got anything else of interest in here?
You've
got a BC box.
Yeah, those are the BC box with the original suspension in it.
A Nocco.
And a Nocco, which that's used to jumpstart the car. In fact, let me start it for you.
Let's have a listen. It's been a while since I've heard it run.
BMWs are notorious for sounding very smooth.
Oh, sorry, just going to have to fight the alarm for a good minute.
So it's fine right now.
It made a bit of a fuss. It turns into a tugboat for a few seconds.
And before you comment, have you tried the Sprongus? Have you checked the diddlies? Have you? I have. I've checked it.
Ooh. Okay, that sounds like shit.
It sounds like shit. I'm sure it could go to someone and they can work it out, but I'm just fed up of dealing with this car. An opportunity arose recently, and I couldn't say no. And that brings us on to this, a 1997 BMW E36 316i Auto.
Ooh,
also the base model.
You've had a 316 before? I have a 316.
All three of my E36s started life as 316s.
Okay.
Which is tough. But you can immediately notice the difference in colour. That is Alpine White 2, this is Alpine White 3. What a few years difference makes.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is that sort of a beigey creamy brown now,
and this
is actually white.
Which is annoying because I kind of got those wheels a bit matched to that car, but I'm hoping because they look a little bit more white, because they're a bit more fresh, I'm hoping they go okay on this. The plan is make one car out of two, take all of the good bits off that, put it on this, That's not going in the bin. To someone who is into motorsport, that car's perfect because it's a really solid shell. They can gut it, they can make it a proper track car. So if you're interested, and also don't expect it to have any good bits on it. There'll be another video where we swap all the thing across. If you're interested, just wait until that video and then see if you're interested, because it's going to be a rolling shell. We raffled off our Vauxhall Corsa a couple months ago, and the guy who won it was very excited.
Yep.
And he was very young. And I think he got home, looked at the insurance quotes and went, oh
dear,
I can't do this.
Yeah.
Days later, car popped up at a auction company. Car was going up for auction at some big sale that they were having. And the guy that worked there messaged us and said, yo, you know, our Corsa's here. And he sent a photo. In the background of the photo, there was a white E36 saloon. I said, that's great that our Corsa's there. Talk to me about that E36 saloon. And he said, yeah, that's going to be at our sale this weekend. So do what you will.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, I will. I looked through the photos and there was no reserve on this auction. I thought this looks quite cool. And not only that, but it was nearly identical to the spec of the one I lost out. The car that got away, no sunroof, slick top, had the Style 32 wheels, has the black interior. So I bid on the car, I won it for £2,000, which is very cheap for an E36 in any form of solid condition. It then went up to my friend's house, he was at the auction. He stored it for me. I went up and picked it up this weekend. When I got to his unit and looked around it, I popped the bonnet. And unfortunately, this isn't going to be a grand reveal of a V8. There's nothing special. But what I did notice, BFO coilovers, a very rare set of coilovers to have, and the exact same coilovers that the car that got away had. Where was this car for sale? Liverpool.
Was it?
This is the exact car that I lost out on. I went back, I found the ad, P190 ADD.
Gee.
So there is a very good reason that I bought this car, and I like this car more because this is the one that managed to get away from me, and I was gutted that I didn't buy. I managed to get this car back. The behemoth.
If you look at the difference between both engines side by side, you have a lot of fan.
Yeah, just fan.
And then engine is, well, I'll stick a small one in there.
So this guy is going away. It will get the M52, the 6-cylinder with the race head, some ITBs, which would be lovely, and hopefully make around 250 horsepower. All good for me. I don't need anything more for a track/road car. The wheels, lots of people like them on E36s, Style 32s. I don't like them, I hate them. They're just fake Alpinas.
Great tyres though.
Great tyres.
It's a good sign of someone who has, because this car immediately looks like it's been somewhat well looked after.
89,000 miles.
Wow.
80-something thousand miles.
Yeah.
It's a really nice, clean, low mileage car. There are a few questionable things. Cheap coilovers.
Yeah.
Someone's blown some shocks and gone, I'm just going to buy cheap ones.
Yeah.
The depot headlights. Bin. Oh, sorry, I did forget about one thing. I said to my friend when he brought it home from the auction, can you take the grills out? And he said no. That'll do. And then, again, I ran the spec sheet for this car. It said it had cloth grey interior.
It's a funny looking cloth.
One of the more funny parts in the way that you can tell for sure that it's been swapped. Would you like to open the rear door, Will? What's the issue you're looking at here on the door card, Will?
Oh. Why is, what, the door handle thing?
No.
The windy down windows?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yes, so I think this interior came from a car that had electric rear windows, whereas this has the old windy guys.
Hold on.
Oh, that's nice. That's luxury, that is.
And then you want to go up, and you just, like that. Easy as that. I love technology.
Inside, it's quite nice in here. There is one other dodgy mod, which I believe, Jay, you might know this, E90? This is an E92 manual, Will?
Yeah, it looks aftermarket.
It's a horrible, I hate it. I would like this to be in the bin, but other than that, it's very nice. The Alpine head unit, period. Very nice. What you will note is Rolls Royces. They have Starlight headliners. Got nothing on me.
You've got, the button-down headliner.
You ever
That's
see?
nice.
Now, you know what this is? I feel like it has to be inspired by a Chesterfield sofa.
I was going to say, you've got the Chesterfield headliner.
This is a Chesterfield headliner, and it's absolutely lovely. No, E36s, as you probably saw in that car, like to sag headliners. Their headliners fall down, they billow. My 8 Series, it's not a good look. No. It looks dumb. So what someone's done is they've tacked up, the colour match on the pins is quite good. It's really not bad. So this will be one of the first things I need to do. Black leather, I'm kind of, I don't know, it's nice. It would be nice to just get some black leather bucket seats for track and just do that. Steering wheel, we will swap across the steering wheel. Everything else is going to basically remain nice and original. I haven't actually checked in here. What are these? Oh, hand wipes. And then this.
Okay.
Never great. Never a great thing to see. Never a great thing to see. We'll act like we didn't see that. A couple of bad mods. This M3 spoiler, I'm not a fan. I don't like
I
it.
quite like that. I don't like this.
That's really bad.
This is BMW Motorsport.
For full touring car, I might get rid of it and get it blanked. It would be lovely to be able to take that boot lid, which has no spoiler and no holes for a spoiler, because there will be holes under here, which is unfortunate. But they're two different colours, so it's great.
Shame.
All metal number plates go to hell.
Press plates are rough.
Get out. So they'll be going in the bin.
Pipes. What about your pipe?
My pipes, these are, so it's, I had a look underneath this car already. The chassis, really solid, not as solid as that car. It's had a bit of welding on one of the jacking points there, which is tough to see, but in an E36, you can't ask for much
Half
more.
the course.
So I've looked under it, and those pipes are completely standard 316 system, and then a back box with 2 tips.
Nice. Is he loud or is he just...
He's pretty nice,
He just
quiet.
makes a fruity little...
You know what, he's... Stand back.
All right, everyone just calm down. About to hear it again.
Just
Probably runs on a similar amount of cylinders.
oh, for sure. There is a good bit of exhaust weld halfway down the pipe, so
Nice.
that needs...
Okay.
But it doesn't matter, because where we're going, we don't need single pipes.
It's fair.
We're gonna have some nice big ones. Oh! That's
It's noisier at idle than it is when you
it really is. It really is. Oh,
Always check.
do you want to do a check on that
Let's have a check, because I'm gonna say that there's nothing in this.
one? Forgot about that. Forgot they didn't have anything. Everyone, if you're a BMW nerd, you check the toolkit, see how complete it is. Gentlemen, may I present to you?
A complete toolkit. It is complete.
It's a complete toolkit.
Very nice.
Actually, we're missing the 8 to 10 mil. It's half the price.
Damn. One of my favourite screwdrivers. That.
Why-
'Cause look at
why
this,
do-
you
why?
go- when I first saw this, I thought, oh, I've got a flathead.
No, you
And
don't.
then you also have a Phillips.
That's
as
great.
well.
Everyone needs Philip. in their
Everyone
life.
goes, oh shit, I have so many BMWs on the channel.
Yeah? Guess what? Philip screwdriver. I bet you want to rethink that now. So, overall, it's an incredibly clean, just nice, original car. So, the plans I have for this are a full M Sport kit. A lot of you are going to complain and go, why are you ruining the original? I don't care. I think I care. M Sport kit, cooler. So, M Sport kit, M3 mirrors, maybe get rid of this guy. Undecided yet. The new engine, some nice seats, and refresh basically every bushing. That car actually has an LSD in the back of it, with a full poly-bushed subframe, all that sort of stuff, all those good things. So all of those are going to switch over from both cars. Oh, also the front lights, orange indicators going back on there. You don't like that? No, I do.
I'm unhappy about that.
I'm happy about that.
It's not bad on a 36.
On a white car.
It's okay.
Mwah. Shall we go for a drive in this? Because there is one issue I've found so far.
Okay.
You might find it quite funny.
All right, let's have a whiz.
But no, so we're here inside the Chesterfield E36.
Yep.
Would you like to see its party piece?
Okay, here we go.
I'll put it in first.
Yep.
Sorry! God, I'm glad I didn't have any lunch. Sorry, what was that?
It's got an issue with the TPS sensor. When the TPS sensor on these get upset, they send the wrong signals and the car goes, whoa!
I almost fell out the car.
Also, the brakes, full brakes. They're not that great right now. They need bleeding.
I feel like I have to hold on.
No, if I'm second and it's okay.
But it's just first.
It's when you really launch it from a dig. So this is my lovely clean E30. So this is the one with no problems. This is the nice one.
Also, the kind of engine that you need to give it the beans out of a junction to make any progress.
Genuinely. I might daily this for a while before I swap the engine in, so I'm going to probably change that. But I saw this.
38 MPG.
38 MPG, it's got an 18 button OBC, which is quite sought after on well, it's a later E36 thing. But it's got the onboard computer, so we got that, and we range 140 mile on the old range. But jerkiness aside, I can actually drive this car, which is better than the other one. I do feel like a bit of a giver-upper, quitting on that car. But when I say I've been toiling away on it, that car is a motorsport car. That car needs to be turned into a full race car, and that's not what I want for this. I want this to be a road and track car. Another one, we'll do a quick acceleration test. I'll put it in third. Granted, we're going quite slowly, but full. I'll go again.
Now, I do remember you still own a 316.
I do have a 316.
Silver 316 Auto.
Yeah.
Now, I drove that once, and the only thing I remember about it is it actually feeling quite dangerous.
Really
like
dangerous.
Dangerously slow. Like pulling
Yeah.
out of a junction, that road needs to be clear.
Yeah.
If there's someone who's a minute away, you're in danger.
Do you know what? You have to be Vin Diesel. You have to have nothing but time. I ain't got nothing but time. At least this is a manual. You can drop a gear and not disappear, or you can drop a gear to first and buckaroo.
Oh, absolutely.
But overall, let me know what you think in the comments, because a lot of people are going to be upset that I'm abandoning the other car. But I'm going to build one good one out of two and have one of my dream cars of all time. So I'm excited. I don't care what you think. Click here if you want to see where Will finished up his Clio 182. We'll see you next week.